tonight we are picking up with the Wildemount campaign I've been running. Unfortunately, we are at the moment 3 players short. One is late, and the other two unfortunately have dropped due to family responsibilities. So I'm gonna have to be playing them tonight. Um, but hope you enjoy the stream. All right, so hopefully Bishop will join us at a later point. Um, so as of last game, you guys had freed Tiern, the Furbolg cleric, after killing the big bad guy along with a horde of undead abominations. So, you guys have now rested. You're ready to wake up and proceed with your day. What would you guys like to do?
So, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, fill your boots.
I was gonna say that during my rest, I just wanted to get my homunculus service, homunculus servant back together again.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so it basically looks like it's like a mechanical rat with its tail is being used as like a propeller so that it can float around.
Sick.
His name's Gus.
Perfect.
I'm fluting to myself in the corner.
Go ahead.
Do you have advantage on that fluting?
No, it's a 12, so it's very medium.
So you're trying your damnedest. As you watch this little rat flying around a little bit, and you're playing this flute, and you are not doing that hot. It kind of sounds like a high school band, definitely not no pro, but you fluting away.
Yeah,
You can see Connie wincing to the sound of your flute.
Can I attempt to pray to Helm while trying to ignore the flute?
Sure. Are you praying for anything in particular, or are you just like daily prayers kind of thing?
My daily prayer after my long rest.
Okay. Yeah, Roman religion. You feel that he heard your prayer.
Do we see any paper or any type of stationery in the bedroom that we're in?
The only stationery you can see as you look around and notice that a good portion of the party has disappeared. It is sitting on the bed that Tiern had been using. But that's all you find right now.
Wait, so there's stationery on the bed next to us?
Only one piece. It was something's written on it, but there's not multiple other pieces. Just the one he wrote.
Okay, so Connie will go up and grab the piece of paper and see what's written on it.
On this piece of paper, you see some barely legible writing. It says, Faina and myself and others went back to the town to see if they can help bring Jimmy back. He leaves a message, an extra message for Royals. It says, kick their asses and help Draz get out of here. I'll see you in town.
Okay, so I pretty much read this piece of paper and I don't know any of these names written down on it, so I kind of slip it to the next person near me and I say, I think this one's for you guys.
Wait, okay, so who is all in the
shit,
room?
that's right. I'm Royals right now. Royals takes the paper And he reads it, and he says, I am ready when you guys are. If you don't mind another fight before going back to town.
Let's get her done.
And Connie basically like kind of steps forward and she's like, wait. What's going on? She said, I thought you were here to come and save me.
Royal kind of snickers and he's like, I don't know who you are. All I know is you helped in the fight.
Well, Connie strokes her chin and she looks kind of, I don't know. I don't think she would, I think she'd be skeptical. But she kind of takes that and she says, okay, well, we need to get out of here.
He says, I'm fine with getting out of here as soon as we save my friend from those last two monsters in that room.
So since Connie was taken hostage, basically, would she have any kind of idea of like which way we should be going?
Like to get out of here? Or
Like if she would know of, an area where I don't know, they would take prisoners or something, because clearly like they just disappeared, the other characters just disappeared overnight, right?
yeah, like when you were running away, like when you first met the other characters, you did notice that there is a minotaur in some sort of a purple bubble, hanging in the air naked in between two rather large, hideous looking monsters. But beyond that, that's all you really know about the place. They would have brought you in hooded and basically just chained you up in this room to be their feed bag.
Okay, sounds good. Connie basically says, any ideas?
Wait, where's Bishop's character? Oh, there he is. Hold on a sec. Huh. Bishop pipes up and he says, well, we did notice they didn't attack us when we were in the room. So maybe we set up and we get things organized, so that when we attack, it makes it a little bit easier for us.
Are we actually attacking, or are we trying to get the Minotaur out? What's our goals here?
He says Draz was a friend of ours. Same with Tiern. Tiern was dragged into a portal, and Draz came flying out of the portal a second later. That is why we're even on Faerun, is to find our friends. We released one. We have to release the other. And then after that, we plan on going back to Wildemount.
Alrighty, let's go release your friend.
Connie says, before we go, do you need that? She points at the piece of paper. I guess it's one-sided, right? Is one side pretty like clear and usable?
Yeah. He kind of looks at it and he's like, hands it over.
Okay, so I grab the paper. I don't think I have any writing instruments, but is there anything that I could like fashion, like
I
use?
have one in my bag. Like,
Sorry.
have a I have some ink and quill in my bag.
Okay, so yeah, I ask if anybody has any like a quill or any writing instruments.
I'll pass her what I have.
Okay, so I grab the quill and I start sketching on the back of it, kind of keeping to myself and like vigorously sketching aggressively. Connie says, "Don't mind me."
Royal says, well, might as well go get ready and set up while she scribbles on paper, I guess.
Alrighty, lead the way, sir.
Just did my sleight of hand work?
I don't think his wisdom's high enough to fucking fight that. Give me a sec.
It was a 23. So.
Yeah, no, he can't even come close to fucking matching that. Yes, you stole a piece of copper from him.
Beautiful.
Fucking dick.
Well, I mean, I need to steal something.
Oh, shit. He doesn't have any copper.
Well, I would have stole the next whatever coin he does have.
1 gold.
The smallest. Okay, so yeah, it'd be the smallest of whatever he has. If I would have just grabbed a coin, period.
You grabbed a gold coin.
Perfect. Blessings be upon thee.
Connie's kind of gonna lag behind, like kind of scribbling on her paper and like following.
I'm literally just using my bees as a chair, and they're just floating me.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just floating in here.
Perfect.
Okay. Alright, so... Royal says, I don't know what that one on the far side is. But I know this one is extremely dangerous. We've faced him once before. Maybe we should try and take this one out first.
I'm just afraid that they're both going to activate at the same time.
He goes, yeah, but if they do activate, I mean, unless it's a spellcaster, it's going to have to go all the way around this platform. It can't go through it because of the big circle that Draz is in the middle of.
Fair.
He says maybe if we spread out over here, we can take this one down before it gets off its ability that kind of mutates people. The other one, I don't know what it can do, but I know this one is really bad news.
Sense evil.
Sorry, what?
Can I use my my ability to sense his alignment?
Yeah, this thing, this one?
Yeah, bud.
Oh, they're evil. The only good things left in the room are your companions and the Minotaur.
I'm not good.
Okay.
Can I make a check on this kind of like magic link between them, maybe to be able to determine whether or not like they'll drop at the same time?
Fuck. Man, you ask tough questions, don't you? You know what? You can give me a straight intelligence check.
Okay, so I have Artificer's Lore. So it says whenever I make an intelligence, specifically history check, but I don't know if it would apply here. Related to magic items, alchemical objects, or technological devices, I can add twice my proficiency bonus.
I would say no, because this isn't history, and these creatures do not fit into the parameters.
Okay. So you said a straight intelligence check, right?
Yep. Just click your intelligence button, or the word intelligence, where your scores are. You do not have advantage, correct?
I do not.
You do not have a fucking clue.
Okay.
Royals calls. Is everybody ready? Maybe make a combined attack. Make this easier. Get a surprise.
Can I prepare a divine smite?
Sure can. I mean, basically for that is just you're just preparing to swing at the same time as everybody else, and then you just add the smite on if you hit. Correct?
Correct.
Yeah, totally fine. Oh wait, where's his Griffin stat block?
The big guy's a Fomorian, right?
You want to do a nature check?
I mean, I've fought them before. That's why I'm
You fought
asking.
something that looks like it before. Would you like
Well,
to do
yeah,
a
that's
nature
what
check?
I mean, I guess, but I'm just asking. Like, did they look similar, kind of thing?
Oh, he looks quite similar, but there's some subtle differences.
I mean, I'll do the nature check. I was just asking. Like, I didn't mean to actually like call him out. Like, is he a Fomorian? But does he look the same as the ones that we did before?
Oh, 100% looks the same.
Okay, cool. So I'm not sure if it's exactly what they are, but I know.
There's something different about him though,
Actually,
but
I
you
have
can't put
advantage.
your finger on it.
I have advantage because undead are one of my favorite enemies. So hang on,
Fomorian's not undead, is it?
Oh no, they aren't. Sorry, my bad.
You get advantage anyways, because this one is.
Didn't matter.
You still
Yeah.
think there's something? You're getting closer. There's something different. You can't put your finger on it though.
Just gonna call it a giant then.
All right, so you guys want to do a combined attack then?
Yeah, I'll brace myself with like my arcane armor before we do anything.
Okay. I would say spells like that you could do it and still make your surprise attack, since even though they know you're there, they're not moving towards you at all. So.
Okay, cool.
All right. So, in that case, what we're gonna do is I'm going to. Oops. Hold on a sec. Let me get rid of everybody in the turn order here. Alright, everybody, please click on your tokens and roll initiative. I'm starting to think Bishop forgot about the game tonight. So it looks like I'm playing 3 characters for now.
So I click on my token and then click what out of the things that pop up?
You just click on your token and then open your character sheet and click initiative.
Okay. It showed up in like the chat.
Alright, so what I'm gonna have to do is do it this way. And then you can just click on the 0 next to your name in the turn order and change it. And hit
Okay.
enter after you put the number in.
Okay.
I messaged Sergio.
I messaged him, I messaged the group. He's been online since, but I hasn't checked the messages, so.
I mean, I think this is like his kid's bedtime though, so
Oops.
could be having issues. I know how mine get, so.
Yeah, but usually he at least answers me. So I'm thinking maybe he forgot or he's got something more important
Could be.
going on and doesn't have time to look at his phone.
Maybe he had to stay late at work or some shit. Who knows? Look at us with the initiative rolls, guys.
Fucking A.
Man, we're on fire tonight.
Oh, just as an FYI, the divine sense that I used
Yes,
would have indicated if he was undead.
he is.
Very good then.
All right, so yeah, Bishop is not making it. So yeah, I guess it's just three of you tonight, and I guess I'm playing Bishop. Aravan, take your surprise action.
I'm pretty sure that's all I got. Yeah.
Jesus. Do you have sneak in both of those?
Oh yeah, sorry. So the second one would be minus a 6.
All right, so it's
My bad. I forgot to toggle it.
all right. So let's start with the 13, and the 13 that's 26. Minus that is and your sharpshooter. And okay, so sneak isn't magic damage, correct?
No. Well, my bow is magical. It's a magical weapon.
Is it magical or is it just +1?
I mean, yeah, no, I think it's just a +1.
Yeah. So I need to know how much of that was non-magic damage and how much was magic.
I mean, it would all be non-magical, except
Even
the
your
swarm.
your your bees and shit.
No, the 6 is solid, so the swarm damage is magical. Sorry, but
Okay.
everything else is just weapon damage, basically.
Okay. So how much was your bees do in both of those attacks?
12 total.
12 total. All right. And um. So the other one is, and what is your sneak and sharpshooter damage total for those two attacks?
11 for the first, and then it would be 10 for the second one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carrick. Carrick is gonna pull out a big ol' chromatic orb at level 3. That hits. Damn. And it's gonna be acid. So that is 29. Alright, and that is his turn. Royals is going to bust out a fat divine smite. Oh my god, I hate how he has his attack set up. uh, where's his versus undead one? There it is. Damn, wow.
Pilster's coming hard.
What? So he's got his shit set up really badly. Hold on.
I mean, he just sets his stuff up super weird. Because he plays with all the settings and everything.
Yeah, but I think he's got it wrong, I believe.
Why? I mean, he's got the Morningstar 1d8 and then...
Yeah, I cast that at level 2 though. Which is why, see, it's saying that
he's got it labeled as piercing instead of...
Yeah, so that should be another radiant. So 17 and... But he didn't actually roll for an attack. Yeah, he doesn't have a set to roll for an attack, just assumes it's gonna hit. Just hits. Alright, so he does 17, 24 radiant. Damn, which makes that 48 radiant. Holy fuck. Ina.
Yes, sir. Coming right up.
Oh shit, I forgot the griffin.
Do the griffin. Do the griffin.
Hit and hit. Why is it not rolling damage?
Yeah, if you just click the name,
Yeah.
it'll send it.
So that's 23 minus that. Okay, your turn, Ina.
Excellent.
That is a hit. Oh damn. 16 radiant. So that's 32 radiant.
Plus 8 lightning on each strike. No, sorry. 7 lightning total. 6 on the first one, 1 on the second.
So you can keep that second roll. It doesn't matter.
Sure. Okay.
So before it even has a chance to move, this vampire Fomorian, by the way, gets hit with several divine smites. He gets hit with some acid. He gets hit with some weird ass fucking bees and a griffin's claws and beak. And as the last radiant hit from Ina, actually you gotta be a little closer first. There we go. As the last one hits, takes out his knee, the entire leg just poofs into ash, and it screams as it falls down to the ground.
I guess I got the killing blow on that one.
You did.
What color is its eyes?
Gonna say black.
Alrighty. Everybody notices that my eyes now turn black.
Oh.
You still, actually, I guess you don't have your movement because you guys are doing surprise round. And Bishop can't hit the other one from here. Connie, would you like to make a surprise attack against the other one?
Yeah, so does the other one, how big does it, does it look particularly strong?
It is extremely menacing. It's not huge. It's about 8 feet tall. So to you, it's fucking tall. But to most people, it's still pretty tall, but it's not like nearly as massive as the vampire Fomorian.
Okay, so it's definitely like huge size or smaller, right?
Yeah, it'd probably be between medium. It's probably medium, maybe a large, but definitely smaller than huge.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is so here's my question. Is it like technically restrained?
No, you guys have attacked. It is now turning its head to look for its nearest victim.
Okay, so it's like fully like ready to go.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna toss my bands of Billerot at it, which is a ranged attack.
Okay, can you put it up in chat for me?
Yeah, give me a second because I need to find a way. There has to be like a way I could get advantage of this on this. Hold on.
Oh, actually, right now where you are, there's pillars in between you guys. You can't even see them from where you are.
Okay, but I can move, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. I'm like stupid slow. Okay, that's 25 speed. I should be able to see him from where I am right now, right?
He's got probably quarter cover, but yeah, you can see him.
Quarter cover. Okay. Uh okay, I'm gonna throw my bands at him and like before you tell me if it succeeds or not, because I wanna see if I'll use my luck.
Alright, well, while you roll, I'm just grabbing a drink out of the fridge. It's like 10 feet away.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna use my luck and re-roll the d20 for that one.
Send it.
Oh,
Ouch.
brutal.
Damn.
Okay.
God damn.
So
It
bad.
literally just fed you that 7 again.
It's just so bad.
Yeah,
That's rough.
no.
That's rough.
Okay, well, I guess that falls. Using a magic item, like, does that, like, would that have counted as, like, one attack? Because I technically have extra attack.
Um, let me see the magic item. I'm pretty sure that when you use a magic item, it is, even though you're rolling an attack, it's not the same as an attack action.
Okay, so that pretty much used my action.
I think so. Let me see the item. Toss it up in chat for me.
How do I, like, I just opened the page, like, how do I send it into chat?
Um, just under your magic items, if you where it says magic items, there should be a little chat bubble next to it. You hit that, and it'll just send your whole list of magic items you have equipped into chat, and I can figure it out from there. All right, there it is. Yeah, unfortunately, that's not the same as if you just like use an attack. You're activating a magic item, so you don't get your extra attack.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah, just don't forget to pick that up after the fight, eh?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Alright, so with that, let's see what he rolls for initiative, shall we?
A natural 1, please.
Nope. I don't know why it skipped you, Aravan, but it is your turn.
No. Gotta hop out. Beautiful.
Alright, let's see.
And then I'm gonna hop back in. Bonus action hide.
So, that is a hit. And I need totals. That was a really bad stealth roll.
Yeah, it was.
Give me totals on magic and non-magic damage, please.
The swarm is the only thing that's magic. Everything else is non-magic. So it'd be a 1 and a 3.
So a 4 for magic.
Yeah.
And what's the total on the
Everything
rest of
else
that?
is magical.
Sorry, like I said, I'm tipsy. You do not want me doing the math.
$61 points, I think. Altogether.
Okay.
I think.
So it is now his turn.
Yeah.
So, to start with, at the end of your turn, he is going to so that is his legendary action. And now it is his turn. So he is going to get even closer to you. And he is going to hit you with a nice I don't know why that said con save. It shouldn't be a con save. Wait. No, I said magic missile, not thunder wave. What the fuck? Okay, that's wrong. I don't know. Sorry.
No,
That was this one.
it's the same thing.
What the fuck? Awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna roll it manually, I guess. I don't know why it's casting thunder wave instead of magic missile.
I don't know.
So let's see. Casting it at level 5 is 3, 4, 5, 6 bolts.
Hang on.
Sorry, it's 7. 3, 4,
Yeah.
5, 6, 7.
Yep.
Wow, you got lucky. Carrick. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, and he can just barely see him. Cast Wall of Fire. At 4th level. Cutting off him from you. He's trying to save your life, bro. Draw shape. Royals is going to charge 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what does he have for range? See how many javelins? He does have a javelin. And he completely missed.
Dope.
He Ian, you watch as Royal charges past you, pulls out a javelin, and just hucks it, and misses the target by like 30 feet.
Ow! But how?
Beautiful.
He looks back as this happens at you and kind of lowers his head in shame.
Shame.
The Griffin. 5, 10, 15. $40. I see that, Mike.
Oh, love VLDL.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to skip you. It's your turn.
No, I'm just rebooting because I actually lost the enemy. Like I can't see him on the map anymore.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
that's
it's because
he's
he's standing
under
on a dead
Griffin.
body. Hold on, that's my bad.
Yeah, he went under him instead of going over top. I
There.
hate how it does that. Like,
Yeah. It's like the new one should be what is on top, really?
yeah, but I think they expect you to delete all the corpses after.
Well, yo,
You
unless
know.
players say, hey, we're hauling the corpses out of here.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay. Sorry, who was the person that was dying?
I mean, I'm not dying.
He got
I
hit,
still
but
have-
he's not
I got
dying.
hit, but I'm still pretty solid.
Okay.
It just
You,
ouch,
you,
though.
you actually can't see him through the wall of fire.
Right. That's
No.
why I was like, where'd he go? Okay. Yeah, I think all I have is movement because I don't have anything ranged.
No javelins, crossbow, nothing?
Nothing.
Well, then you can move and use your action to dash if you wish.
Okay. Alrighty, I dashed.
Alright. Connie fused.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Shatter, which has a 60-foot range, which, yeah, that should be fine.
Yeah, you can reach him.
Yeah, so he has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Okay, so he saves, so he takes half damage. Let me cast. Oh wait, I did the Constitution. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so 16, so half damage of that, he takes 8.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing happens to him because he saved.
So you hear him kind of, this hissing groan sound is come out of his mouth as your spell connects, and the armor kind of crumples in a little bit on his leg, and you can see this um, black ooze running from inside the armor down into the ground at the base of his feet.
Okay, and I'm gonna take my movement to no, actually, you know what? I'll stay there.
Okay. Oh fuck! I skipped Bishop.
Yeah.
And he's gonna have to dash because he does not have line of sight. Actually, yes, he will. Alright, that gives him line of sight. Bishop is going to go. Wait, what's Colossus Slayer?
Actually, I don't know. I've never played a hunter, so
When you hit a creature with a weapon attack,
Couldn't
creature
tell you.
takes an extra D8 if it's below its hit point maximum. Shit.
well, there we go.
So I guess that. It just says an extra D8 damage. I'm gonna say that's probably goes with non-magic though, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, anything like sneak attack and stuff like that, unless the weapon he's using itself is magical, I usually always rule it as that's extra weapon damage because we're just that good with it.
Forgot.
That's
Yeah,
a
his weapon is
skill.
magic. Yep.
Okay, well then, yeah,
Oh fuck, only the first one hit.
that sucks.
So 3 bolts go zipping past the griffin. Um, one lands in the first one seems to have found a mark. The other 2 go flying into the wall of fire and are immediately turned to ash as they enter the wall of fire. So that is that much. Alright, there we go. Now we're back to where we should be. Aravan.
All right, so can I see him in the wall of fire?
Um, because it is actually separating the 2 of you, you cannot see him.
For fuck's sakes, man.
Yes. Carrick's just trying to help you, bro.
Yeah, well, Carrick's a dick. I'm going to do nothing because fuck this noise.
Okay.
I'm going to bail.
Stop backing away from me. God damn it.
You can't even see him. You don't know he's backing away.
I know.
I'm going over there. Full dash. And that'll be my turn.
Alright. Skull Lord is going to step out. Of the wall of flame. Does he take another one on his fucking... see. What's this say? 20 feet diameter, 20 feet high, 1 foot thick. Wall is opaque. Lasts for the duration. Wall appears. Each creature within its area must make a dex save. Failed save. Creature takes 5d8. Okay. Okay, so it's only when it ends its turn within the wall of fire. Okay, so it steps out. It is going to make a magic attack. It looks at Ina.
It does. Oh, thank God we
What the
half. Oh,
Yikes.
Yeah, this one's level 13. Honestly, that's the only reason I kind of gave you guys that that round of surprise attacks for everybody instead of just one person, was because this fight was meant to have 6 people who all knew their characters well enough, whereas I don't know these 2 characters very well. 3 characters, so. But yeah, con save, please.
Never mind.
So, are you down or are you still alive?
oh, I'm still alive. I'm only taking half that damage, so he can go suck it.
How are you only taking half? You failed. It's DC 18.
Yeah, I'm an Asmar. I don't take necrotic.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Just
Alright.
dance.
You got lucky. I was gonna have him attack the Griffin, but I didn't want to kill Royos's Griffin while he wasn't here.
It's a
So.
good thing I can take it then.
Carrick sees you get hit with this big wave of purple and black energy, and doesn't seem to affect you as much as he thought it would. But you're still kind of knocked back on your heels for a second, and your armor kind of looks like it's tinged with some black color. He's gonna move up. 2, 3. Oh, that's a table. He can't go through that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's gonna go here, so he can get an eye on him. And Carrick is going to hold his concentration on the wall of fire while he casts Chromatic Orb at level 3. That hits. He's going to choose lightning damage, so that is that much. Royals is going to charge up again. 15, 20. Still cannot get within range, so he's going to throw his second javelin. is that. Okay. The Griffin, since it's right there. Alright, that's done that much. And Ina, it is now your turn.
Sorry. I was just reading the Asmar racial stuff. So if I resist necrotic, I just take half, right?
Yes.
Okay, just checking. Make sure I wasn't doing anything wrong. Okay, I'm going to hit him. In the face. I'm going to hit him in the face.
His many faces. He's got 4 of them, I think.
And yeah. Oh, and I'm going to use my bonus turn to use a lay on hands.
Okay. So that's 15. 1, 16, and 8. 9 and 15 is 24. He is looking really, really hurt as Ina rushes up and with her one swing connecting right in the face that is looking at her, and you can see most of the face just crumbles away. It's still alive, but it's kind of swaying back and forth. It suddenly straightens up though. And it is going to use a legendary action to cast a cantrip. It is going to make an attack against Ina.
Bring it.
28 hits you?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Wait, what? That math looks wrong. Why is there a +3? Oh, shouldn't have. Okay, so it should only be 25, but either way. It hits you for 23 lightning damage.
Is lightning considered radiant?
It is not. Lightning is lightning.
Okay.
Damn, you still alive? Shit.
Yeah, bud.
Look at you go. So it reaches forward, and everybody watches as it plants its hand directly on Ina's face, and lightning just explodes from its hand, and Ina's face is singed as her body jerks and twitches. Bishop sees... yeah, he can see it. He sees that happen, and he rushes up to here, and he raises his crossbow. His hand crossbow, there it is. The first attack he makes hits it in the face that is facing Bishop. And as it does, you see the skull crack, and the head slowly starts to crack, almost like cracking ice. Just kind of splits further and further. He takes a second shot. This one misses, just barely, and then with his third shot, he pops off, and it just makes the rest of the head crumble. And the Skull Lord tumbles to the ground, still grasping for Ina's face. As the Skull Lord tumbles to the ground, you guys suddenly hear a sound almost like a magic popping out of existence. Everybody's got their back to it, so you guys heard a magic popping out of existence. What would you guys like to do?
Investigate?
Alright, so you look around.
Yep.
Carrick drops his wall of fire.
While everyone looks around, I'm gonna go pick up my Vans Bolero before I forget.
Smart. As Ina, you look around, you notice that big purple bubble that was surrounding the Minotaur, the naked Minotaur, has disappeared, and the Minotaur has fallen to the ground. He's definitely breathing, and it looks like he's moving a little bit, and he starts to groan, and he stands up and looks around. What would you guys like to do?
Whose friend is he again? Because I don't.
Yeah. I mean, it's Bishop's friend. So it would have been him who would have taken the lead on this because my character has zero investment in this guy. Like,
Does it look like anybody in the party recognizes like any recognition?
Bishop turns around, and he's like, Draz! So yes.
Okay.
As Bishop calls out, Royals also turns around, and he's like, "Ah, we have saved you. Thank the heavens." And both Royals and Bishop rush up to help him up. As they lift him up, and Draz's eyes raise up and gaze to see the scene in front of him, hordes of undead laying about, he notices the Minotaur skeleton on the table right here. He pushes both Bishop and Royals off and runs forward. He goes rushing up to the skeleton, and he looks back at Bishop and Royals and says, "Do you know who this is? Is this my sister?" Neither one of them have an answer. They just kind of shrug. And Draz just kind of sinks down next to the table, leaning against it. After a couple moments, he stands up, looks around the room, notices everybody else, and realizes the only people he recognizes is Royals and Bishop. And he asks what happened to everybody else. They tell him about Faina and Jimmy being in the village nearby, and you overhear him talk about fuck, we've gone through so many goddamn characters, I don't even remember half of them anymore. Then you hear them tell him about how Jax had pulled from the same deck, and he is also in the village, and his soul, or there was something wrong with him. He was breathing, but
oh no, they told us his soul is no longer in his body. They just don't know where it is.
right.
I do have that whole conversation with the cleric and his friend. I can't remember what her name is.
Perfect. So they mention about how Jack's soul is gone from his body. Draz says, "How did I get here? Last thing I remember was pulling a card from the deck." And they go on to tell him about how when he pulled the card, he vanished, but all of his gear was still there. Just his body was gone. Mike, do you remember who the fuck has his gear?
I'm sure it was
Yeah, it was Bishop. Bishop grabs a bag of holding off his hip, and he throws it to Draz. And Draz goes through it, pulls out his gear, puts his armor and clothes back on, and he says, "Thank you. I must go bury my sister." And he turns and he scoops the skeleton off of the table and just starts heading out.
By the way, the sad song I'm playing is like the ending theme from The Incredible Hulk from like the 70s as he walks away. So, yeah.
So he just carries the body and leaves. He knows his way around this place.
Looting all the things?
Um, the two things that you guys just killed, um, once they were both dead, their bodies turned to ash. There's nothing left of them. As for all the other things, um, I can't remember if you guys looted them last time or not, but they're just naked undead. They don't have anything. Unless you're trying to take some, like, rotting penises or hands or fingers or toes or teeth or something.
I'm good.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to make a rotting penis chain necklace either. It's awkward. How do you explain that, really?
My arrows.
Alright.
I have new eyes. That's good enough for me.
2.
Fucking dark black eyes. Alright, so you guys saw the direction that Draz went. It was down this way to the southeast. Pretty much the way you guys came in.
Does that mean we're done here, or?
You guys have cleared this place out.
Nice.
Beautiful. Now, can we get off these fucking islands now that we're done?
Is it player or character talking?
Character, he wants the hell out of here. He's been stuck here for a long time now.
Yeah. Do you guys want to head back to the village, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, village sounds reasonable. I'm gonna lay on hands myself on the way out.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna cure wounds myself.
So as you guys leave, Draz gets just outside the cave, goes off just a little bit, and by the time you guys reach him, he's got half a grave dug. He puts the body or the skeleton in a grave, and he marks it with a couple big stones and some sticks. He stands there over the grave for a minute, and he says, "Wait, it's Mike. Is it younger, older sister? What is it?"
They were like twins,
Okay.
but like I can't remember the other sister twins.
All right. So he says, you hear him say, "You are always the better one of us." And as you guys watch, he just wades out into the water and starts to swim.
Can he swim?
Yes. Only his feet are hooves. His hands are still hands.
Well, that was depressing. Let's go get a drink. And I'm just gonna merrily play my flute back to town.
Bishop and Royals kind of stand there for a moment in shock as he just leaves.
Anticlimactic.
But they know him well enough to know if that's what he wants, that's what he's gonna do. And they turn and follow the asshole playing the flute.
Purposefully, mediocrely.
Yeah, I tag along back to the village.
Alright, so once you guys get back to the village, as you guys can see, you are all at the very bottom of the map there. Bishop and Royals say we need to attend to the business at the tavern. Let Branwyn know that we've completed what we came here to do, and that we're going to be heading back soon, and we need to check on Tyr, Fena, and um, Jimmy.
So I can hear them have this conversation, right? That heading back is their goal.
Yeah, what Bishop and Royals said this to the group, to you guys.
Okay, and Connie basically asked, "Where is back?"
We need to go
Like,
to
where's home?
Wildemount. We were unfortunately sidetracked when our friend got kidnapped. We had to find a way to get here to try to rescue him. Our mission is in Wildemount. Right now, we are hunting 6 fugitives, part of the Myriad Syndicate, and they killed a bunch of high priests and clergy and guards and stole 6, I think, relics, holy relics that need to be returned to port. If you would like, we need more people since most of our group has vanished or ended up leaving to do other jobs. Um, if you'd like, we could use the help. You can share in the reward.
Connie kind of strokes her chin, kind of thinking pensively. Um, she kind of sighs and she looks a little yeah, so she's kind of thinking hard and takes a second, and she says, okay, for now, eventually I'll go to my own home, but I have nothing more back there, so I'll ride along with you guys.
So you're homeless, is what you're saying.
She like immediately gives him like a dirty look. Who was that? Erevan, right?
Yeah.
So are you like a tiny, like what do you look like?
I'm a wood elf. Like brown hair that's kind of like tied up in the back, a little bit of loose in the front, green eyes. I got like a perpetual swarm of bees that just kind of hang around me. I'm a wood elf too.
Okay,
So,
and like the bees are just like always there.
oh yeah, they're always just like crawling around, buzzing around.
Okay. So she pretty much like gives you a dirty look and she's like, I guess that's a way you can say it.
I mean,
Bishop looks at the others,
it's not so bad being
Ina,
homeless.
Aravan, and Carrick, and says, would you guys like to join us as well?
So Ina was cleaning her hammer off, but perked up when she heard the word holy relic. And she tells the group that she was sent by her order to this island to find a relic and return it to the shrine. And now she's wondering if she was meant to find the group and follow.
Royals pipes up and he says, what holy relic are you looking for?
I'm looking for a relic
Sorry, of who?
of Helm.
Helm. He says, well, we left. He says, how long ago were you sent on this journey? We have been on this journey now for probably the better part of 6 months. Um, maybe the same group that took the ones from Port de Mali were the ones who stole the relic you're looking for.
It could be a good possibility.
He says, if you have no other leads, we are literally hunting people that have a bunch of holy relics. Maybe they have yours as well.
Yes, I think it's wise for us to stay together. I will come and join you on your quest.
He looks towards Aravan.
I mean, if there's money to be had and booze to be drank,
Money, booze, and a home.
I mean, I could do without the home. I kind of like to
Well, you get it
move.
either way. Maybe you can sell it. More money and booze.
Yeah, I suppose.
Or buy your own
I,
brewery, my friend.
I mean, I also have some business to take care of while we're there. So, anyways, yeah, all right, I'll tag along.
He looks at Carrick, and Carrick replies, "Give me some time. I'm supposed to meet somebody here. Maybe they've already arrived. If they have, I will let you know after I meet them." And Royals and Bishop both nod and they say, "All right, we must head to the tavern. Check on our friends."
Yeah, I mean, booze sounds nice. Let's get a drink maybe.
It's also a makeshift hospital, he says as he snickers as he heads towards the tavern. Says,
Well,
"This
we'll
way."
be drinking with the dead. That's nice.
Is there
So,
churches or Holy Land in this general vicinity?
There is. Give me one sec. I gotta figure
Sorry.
out who Branwyn follows. Where is Branwyn? Archived, right. Cleric of who?
Moradin, wasn't he?
I don't know. Hold on, I'm looking. Tempest Domain.
Ah,
Fuck, who do I give him? I know it's somewhere in my notes, but it'll take me a hell of a lot longer to find it. And of course, it didn't put anything in his bio.
Point me in the general direction. I'm going to still be praying to Helm. It doesn't matter. Just pay my respects.
He points you towards this building here.
Fantastic.
is there a general store?
There is. It's very general. It's a very small village. He points you to this one here.
Okay, sounds good. I'm gonna go pick up some like paper and writing utensils so that I can give Ina her quill back.
Okay. I'll say they cost 3 gold.
Okay, I'll deduct.
So Royals and Bishop and Aravan all head to the tavern. As soon as you walk in, excuse me, Branwyn greets you. "I'm sorry for our quick departure, but you were in a safe place and so tired. Um, for releasing Savage's hold on our island by slaying Torvir, I thought you may want your friend's life back. Um, his attacking you was a product of some sort of a charm. We don't know exactly what kind. It's heavy magic, and I feel it still might be there. But we have not been able to fully revive him yet. We're trying to clear him of this before we actually revive him." Royals nods, and he looks over at Bishop, and he's like, "Now might be the time for that talk. What the fuck happened?" And Bishop elaborates on the fact that Jimmy has been overtly hostile to him since they met back with each other, and Jimmy tried to attack him during the fight.
I
And
saw this. That's why I shot him with an arrow too.
Royals is shocked by all of this, and he's like, so he looks back at Brandon and he's like, could that be an effect of the charm? Brandon says, most definitely. Um, if the charm, whoever charmed him or whatever charmed him, he could put, um, Jimmy might have been through no fault of his own attacking Bishop for a hatred that had nothing to do with them. Royals nods and he's like, I understand. Um, he goes on to talk. Fuck, I can't read my own goddamn writing. Are you serious? He says, we've tried some restorations on his soul, but it has not worked yet. I do not know your plans, but you're welcome here as a visitor, or if you wish, as a resident. Looking at everybody. Bishop states that he has business in Wildemount, so he cannot stay. And Royals thinks for a moment, and he looks at Bishop and he says, "Carry on with the quest. I cannot leave Jimmy's side. I must get him back." Fana walks up to Erevan and asks if he plans on accompanying the group on the mission.
I mean, yeah. I got business with the Myriad anyway, so
She steps back for a moment. Business? With the Myriad?
yeah.
Like, friendly business?
Like, I'm gonna kill all your leaders and leave your shit destroyed kind of business. But yeah.
She says, I'm gonna stay here and try to bring back Jimmy and fix Jax. She says, there's no real threat now that Torvir is gone. So she says, maybe these will help you on your journey. And she hands over several vials of poisons, and says, you can keep them to yourself, split them among the rest of the team, whatever you wish. But use these. Some of them are very potent. And she says, I must go say goodbye to my friends.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pocket that shit. Like,
You see her walk over towards to Bishop and Royals, who are now talking in the corner of the tavern. And she explains. You can see her explaining, and Royals and Bishop both nod. She hands Bishop the paper that has the job on it, so that now he has all the details and he can bring the paper that's signed by the mayor back to when the job is complete to turn in the for the reward. You also see
sick.
Carrick enter the tavern, and he looks around, and his eyes widen as he sees a couple people at one side of the tavern, and he rushes over, and they are in a discussion. It's not heated; it's more shock, surprise, explanations, and so on. And he kind of looks back over towards the group, and he walks over to Fana and Royals and um, Bishop, and they're within earshot of you, Erevan, and he says, "My friends that were helping me research the disease that had hit my village. They have some leads. I don't think I'll be going with you back to Wildemount. I'm going to um, head off in the direction with them and go do some more research. Try to learn about this strange plague that has wiped most of my village off the map." Says it has been good partying with you and fighting some great evils I did not think I would see in quite some time. Hopefully we will run into each other again. And you see Royals and Bishop nod, say their goodbyes, and Carrick walks back over to his group of friends in the corner of the tavern.
I'll nod to him as he goes, while I look for booze.
He waves, says, "Have a good day, elf. Enjoy life." And he just continues walking.
I mean, I'll be having a better time when I find this bottle.
Tavern keeper comes out from the back. "Did I hear you say you're looking for a bottle?
Yeah. You know.
You want the whole bottle?"
Yeah, just give me the fucking bottle.
5 gold.
Let's
And he
go.
slides it to you.
How much, sorry?
5 gold.
Yeah, alright. I'll give it to him. I'm gonna uncork it, take a drink, and then walk over to the rest of the group.
Shit burns. This is some real sailor shit.
I'll set it on the table and be like, "Want some rot gut?"
Bishop and Royal partake. While this is going on, Ina and Connie, what are you guys doing?
We're gonna meet every. Well, at least I am. Gonna meet everybody at the tavern.
Okay.
I'll walk. Connie will walk in and like pull up a seat. I'm guessing they're all seated together.
Passing a bottle around like a bunch of winos.
Connie like shows up, has to like kind of step onto one of the seats to get at eye level with everybody else, and like reaches over and grabs the bottle and takes a swig.
Again, burns like a motherfucker.
She takes it like a champ.
Give me a
And
con save, actually.
Yeah.
The little homeless girl can hold her own.
Yeah, she can
You
drink.
take this swig out of the bottle. In fact, you take a couple big mouthfuls. Like you just took like a good 4 shots.
I like she like gargles it and like swishes it around her mouth just to like assert her dominance.
And takes it like a fucking champ. Personally, I mean, I can't say how the other characters are going to react, but I would think that they would be looking at you a little shocked.
Impressed. More than anything else.
And Ina, you heading as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk into the tavern just as that's going down.
Yeah, you walk in to see this little gnome power back a couple big chugs of this bottle like it was fucking water.
I'm gonna mistake it for water and take a sip.
You really weren't expecting this, so give me a con save at disadvantage.
Yeah, I don't drink, so yeah.
Embrace the burn.
No, I was thinking the DC was 15, so you failed. So you take a swig out of this and suddenly spew it across the table. Not like a vomit, but like you weren't expecting it. Like just kind of accidentally spit it at everybody at the table and cough.
In the name of Helm.
I'm gonna take the bottle away.
Connie's gonna kind of like sit back and like put her feet up on the table and pull out the papers and start continuing like her sketches from earlier and just like sketching vigorously and trying to keep it to herself kind of.
Okay. So Bishop says, "I suggest we rest here for the day. I think we've earned a day's rest. I have a scroll of teleport that will take us back. I just have to find somebody that can use it. to take us back to Wildemount. So, you guys want to head out first thing tomorrow morning?
Yeah. So
Just-
once
Sorry.
Sorry. Once Connie hears the words like scroll of teleport, her eyes raise up from her papers immediately, and kind of like curiosity on her face. And she says, "Scroll of teleport. How far can that take you?"
Actually, I think it's no. Sorry, it's a teleportation circle. So he pulls it out and he's like, as far as I know, it can take us just back to Uthadern.
Is this a one-use kind of thing?
It is. Once, well, Bishop doesn't know, but DM to player, yeah. Once it's used, it just burns up.
Okay, so like you said, Bishop doesn't know. So how would he kind of have answered that question?
Um, I mean, you've got some magic background, so I would think that's something you would know.
Okay.
So I'll just say you already know that when you use a scroll, it vanishes.
Okay. I ask, and where did you get your hands on with those?
The king and queen of Uthadern, they wanted us gone so bad that they decided to help us leave the city in the quickest way possible, but we managed to finagle a way back home. Or, well, back to Uthadern at least.
So Connie looks at him and she asks him, "Do you have a price?"
He says, well, can you learn? Like, can you actually use this?
So like player to DM, I'm like as an
Our
artificer.
Artificer's a half caster, right? So the highest you get is level
Yeah.
5. You can't use it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's level 7.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see.
Actually, if she's an arcane caster and it's an arcane spell, she can use the spell scroll. She just can't copy it down and keep it.
Really? I thought
Yeah.
don't you still need
No, like,
a
for
roll to see if
example,
you're successful?
no, like for example, like anybody could use a level 9 wish spell scroll, right? But like you couldn't copy it down and keep it in your book. And the spell would instantly go away. You can still read it and comprehend it. Like anybody can use a spell scroll as long as they understand arcane magics. They don't have to be of that level.
I thought that you had to make some type of roll if it was above your
Yeah,
level.
that's what I thought too.
I don't
I mean, I'm pretty sure there is. You have to make a certain DC for an intelligence check, I believe. So I'm gonna stick with that ruling. That if the scroll um would have to you would have to make a roll to even use the scroll.
Okay, and is it one of those things where you fail, the scroll disintegrates kind of
Yep.
thing?
Oh yeah, you're right. Hang on. Here. Is laggy. Yeah, you're right. So it's 10 plus the spell's level.
Yeah, so it'd be a DC of 17.
Yeah.
Oh wait, sorry. A spell is on your class's spell list. It will not be
Yeah.
on her spell list.
Fair
True.
enough.
Okay.
All right. You know, I had to look that up.
Yeah, I thought there was a certain role, but yeah, I'm gonna stick with that role.
So Connie's pretty much going to respond, no.
Is there a price to it? No. Bishop kind of laughs at this, and he says, pretty sure Brandman said that there was somebody who would be able to use it and send us back, in the village. So, well, we'll be able to get back tomorrow morning.
The
Connie
sooner the
says,
better.
yeah. So Connie says, Yeah, I don't mind tagging along with you guys. Eventually, I'd like to get back to Waterdeep.
He, Bishop says,
Oh.
fair. I can understand that. He goes, I came in late too. This wasn't my original quest either, but hey, 1,500 platinum pieces, plus a home, plus forgiveness for any crimes committed in trying to get this scroll back, or get these items back, and bring the Rogue Myriad Syndicate members to justice. I'm down. So if everybody else is with us, we can go back tomorrow morning.
Connie agrees and she says, and then eventually I'll deal with my unfinished business. And her um, gaze goes like cold steel as she reaches up to her neck with the few like vampire bite marks.
Bishop notices you do this, and he looks at your neck.
Do I recognize the bites?
I would give, you know what, you knew where she was, that she was in like a vampire nest, so I'll say yeah.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
Bishop says, so I'm not sure how vampires work. You're not gonna turn into one, are you?
She kind of gives like a hearty laugh and says, "Vampires, no such thing."
Insight.
Sure. Roll insight.
I mean, do I believe
Um,
that he doesn't
you
believe in
you
vampires?
you believe that she truly does not believe vampires exist. It's not a PTSD thing, or and it's not something that, like, her mind has made up because of the situation she's gone through. She truly does not believe vampires exist.
Really?
Wait, was that in character?
Mm-hmm.
She says, "Of course, it's some type of childhood fairy tale." And she grabs the papers that she had just been scribbling on and she kind of like slams them in front of him. And it pretty much looks like her trying to build some type of um, like blood sucking device that like attaches to like your canines. It looks like she's kind of trying to decipher how some magic user could have set up this like feeding system.
I mean,
What was that? Sorry.
vampires aren't a myth. You have to realize this. They're a thing.
She just like barely like she's just like barely listening.
Like I hunt these things.
She kind of like rolls her eyes and kind of like plays along. Of course you do.
I do. I mean, I got spectral bees. Like weirder things have been known to happen.
And she kind of just like mm-hmm.
I
Kind of like
mean,
when a mother doesn't believe her child, like that kind of vibe. Like, of course, sweetie, kind of thing.
so can I just like mage hand her paper away?
I mean, you can try.
Is she holding it?
Are you holding it?
Not roughly. I'm just trying to prove a point.
So, her hand, yeah, it's kind of like pressed onto the papers. So I don't know. Do you just like tug at one?
Well, yeah, sort of. Like I do my spell and like just gently lift
Does
one edge.
Does Mage Hand have a stop lock at all?
I think it's anything over like 5 pounds, right?
It can't lift more than 10, I think it is, it says. Yeah,
Which
it can't carry
means it's pretty weak. So its strength is.
like, I'm not trying to pull it away, but, like, the hand itself materializes and then, like, lifts the corner of the paper.
Okay, so she notices it and she kind of presses down harder, and the smile that she had kind of like tenses up.
In a world where I can make a magical hand appear, you don't believe that there could be a creature that sustains itself on blood of other creatures and that has no life.
She kind of like sighs and says, "Next thing you're gonna tell me is that the boogeyman is real."
Bishop laughs. He's like, "Ever been to the Shadowfell?"
Case in point.
She said, "I will." She says, "I'll believe it when I see it."
Oh,
The
you're one of
boogeyman,
those.
that is.
Is this your first time outside of Waterdeep? I've actually, like, he's actually asking, like, is this your first time outside of Waterdeep?
She kind of looks. What's the kind of look that I'm? How do I describe this look? Like she immediately kind of like looks a little bit defensive. I guess kind of like you kind of hit, kind of like you hit the nail on the head. And she pretty much just like grabs the papers again and like stuffs them into her bag. And she says, "So what?"
Nothing. Nothing at all. I'm just gonna take a break, lean back in my chair.
At this time, Branwyn comes up to the table, and you can see behind him he's already talked to several, all of the rest of the members of this party that has taken upon themselves to go kill Torvir. And he says, would you all please join me outside for a moment?" And he heads outside.
Okay, I join.
Yeah, off we go.
Yeah, I'll just follow along whatever everyone else does because I don't recognize these people.
And
I
all
think.
the rest of the people, Faina, all the other people you guys don't know, everybody heads outside, and he's like, "Wait here." And you see him do some sort of casting, and then he stops in the middle of it, and he turns around, and he's like, "You guys might want to plug your ears for a moment." And then he continues casting, and you hear him clear his throat, and it is extremely loud when he does so. And at the top of his lungs, which seems to be about 10 times louder than it has any right to be, he hollers out from the center of town, "Everyone, all people of Seawolf Village, please put down your work for the day. Today we celebrate as the our biggest problem that this village has ever seen, Torvir, has been vanquished by this what's the word? He kind of hums and haws for a minute as he pauses to think. He says, fuck, I still can't figure out the word.
Unlikely.
Yes, thank you. Why could I not figure that out? This unlikely group of heroes vanquished this loathsome villain that has plagued us. We will no longer have to send people to him as slaves and experiments. They have saved this village. Everybody, tonight we celebrate. And as you guys hear from behind you, the door opens and a table is brought out, and 6 massive kegs are hauled out of the tavern and set upon these tables. And
Yeah.
everybody starts cheering and screaming and having a great time. The rest of the day is all one big party.
Looks at the kegs. I'm not falling for that one again.
They are marked. Some of them are mulled wine. Some of it is mead. There's also a handful of bottles brought out. That's the hard shit. The other stuff is ale and mead, mulled wine. Nothing majorly intoxicating unless you have a lot of it. But then there's also bottles that you probably get shit faced off of like 2 shots from. Everybody's having a great time the rest of the night.
By the end of the night, Connie's like doing a keg stand. Like people are lifting her up because she's like super easy. She's so tiny. She's doing a keg stand.
Fuck, alright. I
By
like
the
it.
end of the night, I'm like pickpocketing all the super drunk.
Jesus fuck.
Oh yeah.
How many
We make
pickpockets
roll?
you doing, buddy?
I'm thinking like probably like 5.
Alright, cool. Give me 5 sleight of hand checks. Any one of them is below 15, you failed and got caught.
Well, no, I'm picking the super drunk people, yo. Like,
Alright, fine. Anything below a 12, you got caught.
would I have advantage? Because they're super drunk?
No,
Bogus.
maybe, but still.
I'm gonna spend some time though chatting them up too, and like reveling with them to lull them into a false sense of security.
Alright, fine. I'll give you advantage. Still, you better not roll below a
Yes.
12. Give me 5 of them.
Shit, that wasn't an advantage, but I'll take it because it's a bonus. Haha.
You successfully do not get caught. By halfway through the night, Bishop is passed out underneath the table with the kegs on it. Faina kind of comes out to get a drink now and then, and as soon as she does, she heads back into the tavern. Does Tyrion drink, Mike? Your mic's not working. Yeah, it's still not working. I'm gonna pretend you said yes, and he is reveling. Royals has had a couple, but he spends most of the night inside next to Jimmy. Oh, okay. Tyrion does not drink, so he spent most of his night inside. Royals comes out to get a drink and then goes and sits with Jimmy's corpse. Faina just doesn't like crowds, so she spends most of the night inside. About halfway through the night, you see Carrick and his fellows hop aboard a small ship and leave. But yeah, that is the night.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Sleeping arrangements? Are we is the tavern also like an inn or something?
Yeah, there's rooms, and you guys all have free room and board since you kind of vanquished the problem they've had for like the last 7 years.
Okay, cool.
Free food as well. The whole town drank for free. So, at this point, we have not yet had a break tonight, so I don't know about anybody else, but I could probably blow a hole in the toilet right now, taking a pee, so I'm gonna go do that. So we'll say 25 after, be back. Is that cool?
Sounds good.
Can we do 5 extra minutes? I want to take the dog out.
Yeah, okay, so we'll just say 10:30 then.
Okay, perfect. Thanks.
All right. ladies and gentlemen, are we back? Mike, I saw you light up, but you're not coming through. Sonia, you back?
How much longer are we playing tonight?
I try to end it around midnight. Often it usually goes till 1 a.m., but there's no more combat for a while if you guys play this right, so I mean, we can end whenever. But I usually try to at least do midnight.
Okay, I'm back.
Can you hear me?
Barely. Super duper quiet. I'm just looking for something in my notes. From like 8 months ago, so this is fun. Waiting with the turn. Cool, so I did not keep track of what those circles are in Uthadern. That's awesome. Son of a bitch.
Now?
Now you sound alright.
Dope.
Okay, so the things I was looking for in my notes I apparently did not write down, so that's awesome. But anyways, early the next morning, Bishop wakes up from under the table, gets up, kind of goes down to the water, splashes a few splashes into his face, you know, his pits and his parts, basically a horse bath. And then he comes and knocks on everybody's room to check and see if you guys are ready to go.
I'm already packed and ready.
Yeah, same. I only need like 4 hours. So
Sonia?
You knock on Connie's door, and a young, attractive man walks out, and you see Connie in a robe in the background.
Bishop just kind of like looks at you, looks at him, looks at you, looks at him as he's walking down the hallway. Seems like you had a good night.
She says, "I'll see you downstairs."
Alright. And he goes down, gets some breakfast and whatnot. And when he sees Branwyn walk in, he calls Branwyn over. Says, we just got help from one of your wizards or mages when you get a chance. We need to use this, and he pulls out the teleportation circle scroll. Branwyn says, alright, I'll go get him. He might, he likes to sleep late, so he might be half an hour, so enjoy your breakfast.
sick.
About a half hour later, as you guys are all enjoying breakfast, a wizard walks in. He introduces himself. He's like, hello. My name is Artie. Would you, I hear you got a teleportation circle scroll. You wish me to, send you somewhere.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Bishop hands him his scroll as he shovels down the last of his sloppy eggs into his yap. Says, if you guys are ready, I'm good to go. Wipes his face on his sleeve and stands up.
Can I get some type of check for, like, are we being conned in any way?
You can do an insight check if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll do that.
You think it's okay, but you're not really 100% sure.
Okay. I'll nudge the person, like whoever's sitting next to me, and who's the one that brought this guy over, Bishop?
Branwen went out and got him for you.
Okay, I'll nudge that person and be like, are you sure about this guy?
Oh, Branwen's not there. He just went and got him. He hasn't come back.
Okay, then I'll just nudge whoever's sitting next to me. And I'll say, oh, are we sure about this guy?
Bishop overhears you and he's like, these people are on the up and up. And after what we did for them, I mean, trust. If they were to screw us over, better believe I'd be coming back.
I don't trust anybody, but it doesn't look like we have much of a choice, so.
Okay, that satisfies. Connie kind of shrugs and goes along with it.
He leads you out into the center square, and as you guys exit the tavern, you see much of the town is out there. Kind of throwing flowers at you guys and cheering, saying
Connie
thank
is
you.
like deeply bowing, like very, very obnoxiously bowing.
Bishop sees this and kind of chuckles, rolls his eyes a bit, hands the wizard the scroll, and he says, "This is where we're going. You get us there?" He says, not a problem. And you see as he's reading the scroll and making movements with his hands, he stands outside of the area, but all around you, runes appear in the ground. And suddenly, with a flash of light, the cheers are gone. The flower petals and whatnot that were being thrown to you just disappear. And you guys are ripped through basically space and time. And you land right here in this room. It's quite obviously dwarven construction. Bishop says,
You haven't switched this over.
"Oh, you guys, oh shit, my bad. There you go."
Awesome.
Bishop says,
Cool.
"Just so you know, we did not leave this place on the best of terms. A couple of our party members might have upset them, but they're not with us, so this shouldn't be too bad." And he slowly walks to this door and opens it. Steps out into the hall. And suddenly you hear, "Halt! Who are you?" And you guys see guards converge on the doorway. And Bishop just raises his hands, looks over his shoulder at you guys, says, "Come on out, guys, we'll be fine."
I follow, I guess.
Yeah.
Another... Oh, let me move some people here. Says, "How many of you are there?"
4.
Says, "And how did you gain access to the palace teleportation room? What are you doing here? Who are you?"
I think the man in the hallway knows more than I.
Bishop pipes up and he says, "The king and queen gave us a way to get to the Moonshea Isles. Now, we are returning. If you do not believe us, by all means, take us to see the king and queen." And they all kind of look at each other like they're not sure whether to believe him or not. And they heard you guys out of the room that you were in, and they start taking you through some hallways, again of beautiful dwarven construction.
So these are all dwarves?
Nope, some of them are elves.
Okay, Connie's just gonna pay very close attention to what their outfits look like as she's being herded out.
All right, so fuck, which one's the elves and which one's the dwarves? One sec. All right, so the ones in purple are elves. The other ones are dwarves. They have anvils on their shields. For the ones that have shields. Bishop kind of pipes up and he's like, an elven queen and a no, elven king and a dwarven queen split this city and their territory. Dwarves took them in. I'm sure they'll remember me. Hopefully, they won't remember me with hate, but I wasn't one of the assholes when we had dinner, so we should be alright. And they kind of try to herd you all out of the room. The dwarves in the lead you down a hall, down out of this area, and you guys are in the middle. Dwarves in the front, elves are in the back. Weapons are at the ready. Should anything happen, would you guys like to follow them undisputed?
I'm going to take my hammer and I'm going to sheath it.
The elves see you do this, and they kind of seem to relax a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna follow along, no issue.
Okay.
Yeah, I never had any. I got my cloak kind of pulled around me. On the inside.
Shit, I was talking that whole time with my fucking mic off. So as you guys are led down here, um, they you can definitely tell that this is some sort of an underground city. Maybe built into a mountain or something. It's very beautiful dwarven construction, but a lot of the ornaments and things hanging on the walls look like they're of elven construction. The architecture's dwarf, but the rest of the stuff is a little bit of dwarf and a lot of elven. So they lead you up to there. And you hear the guards from inside the room, "Halt! What is your business?" And one of the elves pipes up and he says, "We have a group of possible intruders. One of them says that you helped them get to the Moonshay Isles." Talking directly past the guards to the king and the queen in the back. And the king and queen look at each other and they're like, it's like a dawn of realization. They kind of wave forward. These guards step out of the way and they lead you into the room. The king and the queen look at this group. Bishop's in the back at the moment. We do not remember helping you. Who are you? We've never seen you before in our lives. And all of the guards in the room tense up, weapons at the ready, and kind of close in a little bit closer.
I'm just a poor refugee from the Moonshays who was tagging along. I have no idea what's going on.
Bishop chuckles, and
As a free action, I'm gonna invoke my blessing.
you're gonna what? You roboted.
My blessing of mask as a free action for deception checks.
Yeah, you want to make a deception check? Go nuts.
Yeah, if they're gonna incite me or something.
Wait, can I cast something too?
His was a free action. It's not really like a magic cast.
Right there.
I mean, if you want to, you want to cast disguise self.
Nope, I have a better idea.
19 on my deception.
Can I go ahead and cast?
If you want to. Where are you casting that?
To make sure this room stays truthful.
As you start to wave your hand in the air, wait, vocal and somatic, yes. As you start to wave and your mouth starts moving, all the guards charge straight up to you, well, except for the ones in the back. And they all put their blades a quarter inch from your throat.
Trust me, gentlemen, this is not for you. These are actually for my own protection.
The king and queen say, "You do not cast in our presence." She says you can let go before you before you finish the spell, or the guards can cut you down. It is your choice.
I'll stop.
She says that is smart. The guards, however, because you did start to cast, they do not remove their blades from near your throat, just in case you decide to pick it back up. Bishop, from behind you, says, "Hey, you don't know them. They're newbies. They haven't met you before. They don't know any better. But maybe you recognize me. I was the one at the dinner that, although very drunk, was not an asshole like many of my compatriots at that dinner." She bends her head around and she's like, "Ah, we do remember you. So, where's the rest of uh, your 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 party?" Bishop says, "Well, you see, uh, we had some fallen members along the way. Some of them stayed back in Moonshay Isles um, to help them and get people back on their feet and what have you. Um, we just used the teleportation circle scroll you gave us to get back here." She goes, "Okay." Looks at the king and they kind of lean in and whisper back and forth. "But we do not know your compatriots. Your other party, although ripping a shirt open and revealing scars and talking downwards of the Elven King, is bad, uh, bad publicity, if you will, even for somebody who won the the event we put forward. And by the way, Mike, the king beat your deception. We also don't believe your wood elf friend there. So here's what's going to happen. You may not have been an asshole, but the rest of the companions were. You've now had one person try to cast a spell, whatever it may be, in a throne room with the king and queen in it, and somebody lie. You will be allowed passage, but you will be showed the way out of the city immediately." She immediately claps her hands, and the guards ease up away from your throat, Ina. But they are quite obviously ready to lead you and your group away. Bishop kind of whispers to you guys and says, "This is kind of the best thing we could hope for. Just go with it."
Yeah. All right. Well, then lead us out. Let's go.
So, oh, I forgot to put you guys. Hold on a sec. And, So you guys are here in the center. Um, they don't want to be seen escorting one of the winners of the Mammoth Hunt competition and whoever he is with um, through the city streets as much as possible. So, what they do is they take you from the main building to here, hit a couple alleyways, go here, and lead you to the back gate. Heavily fortified. There is next to no people other than an absolute fuck ton of guards. They open the gate, and the lead captain looks at you all and says, "That is your way out."
I'm gonna flip him a copper piece as I'm walking away, and I'm just gonna be like, "Thanks, Jeeves. Tell your mom I'll see her in 2 weeks," and then I'm gonna bail.
As you flip the copper piece at him, he just bats it out of the air with a backhand and just continue and uses that same hand to wave back towards the gate in a "please go that way" kind of motion, but says nothing.
So, what did the city kind of look like as we were walking through it? Because I'd never been there before.
It is inside of a mountain. It is warm. Um, it's all dwarven construction. But you see a hell of a lot more elves than you would normally see in a dwarven city because of how usually dwarves and elves feel towards each other. But there's a lot of elves here. There's definitely a lot of elven tapestries hanging outside of the nicer areas, which would encircle uh, the main castle there in the center. But the further you go, well, although on this map it's north, that's technically would be east. Um, it gets to be more the poor region of the city, but even the poor region of the city still looks halfway fucking decent. You can definitely tell this is a rich city.
We're in Wildemount now, right?
You sure are. You are in Uthadern, to be specific.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Well, we were.
Yeah, now
We're
you're leaving.
leaving.
In fact, I will do this. You guys take a look at the. I think this map has Uthadern on it. So you guys are near the center of the map, right here.
Okay, cool. So, obviously, I'm not from here, but do I have any knowledge about this place? Like, would I have any background, or is it pretty much zilch?
Um, I would say that probably in Waterdeep there would be a lot of talk of it, due to, I mean, this area, although it has been populated for a very, very long time, I don't think it and Faerun has had a lot of knowledge of each other. But since it has been discovered, you would have probably heard a little bits about it.
Okay, so
Whether they were true or not, you may not know.
so do I know why they're pretty much dwarves and elves cohabitating?
You wouldn't specifically, but one of your party might.
I'll ask that exact question.
So, once you guys are away from the gates and you ask this question, as you guys are walking, Bishop explains that the elves used to live in Savalier Wood to the southwest. Unfortunately, there was some sort of um, not necessarily extinction level event, but there was definitely some turmoil that happened, and the elves were driven from their homes. Um, the closest city that was big enough to support the people would be Uthadern, which was run by dwarves. in the dwarf queen um, had refused to take um, a king, and when these elves showed up on the doorstep asking for refuge with their queen still alive, they it took some time, but they the queen decided that what would happen is they would carve out more area to build more of the city, and they would try to house as much as possible. Eventually, over time, they were able to house them all, and in doing so, the queen offered the king. Sorry, yeah, the queen of the dwarves, king of the elves. Fuck, I keep screwing that up. It's foreign to me. Um, Offered them a chance to not only live there and stay there, but build something. Become the first place that had an elven and dwarven ruler. Because there was too much turmoil between the elves and the dwarves. So eventually, they came to an agreement. The queen of the dwarves married the king of the elves, and they now have a cohabitable um, city for both races.
Do they have like? Can they have kids? Like, what do I don't know? What does that look like?
Why you gotta ask the hard questions? God damn.
Oh,
Honestly, I don't even fucking know. Mike, you got any insight on that? You're more into the
I
fucking.
mean, personally, I'd say yes because they're all humanoid creatures,
Uh,
roughly of the same genome.
yeah, right.
it's my understanding that they would the baby would side with the mother's genes in the case of a mixed race.
Yeah, so
So I guess yeah,
you
they
know,
could have children, but
yeah.
I mean, whatever the mom is, I guess that turns out to be mostly what the child is.
The only
Okay,
time
cool.
I'd say that that wouldn't work is if the race is, say, like an egg layer race. So, like lizard folk or grung or stuff like that, you know? That's the only
Okay.
time that that wouldn't work.
Okay, cool.
So it takes you guys about 2 days to get near an exit because
Or
they sent you east out of the city.
Wait, 2 days to walk from like the king and queen's castle to the outskirts of the city?
No, to get through the mountain range using tunnels.
Oh, okay.
No, that probably took you like half an hour to an hour.
Okay, cool. Did they maybe give us anything to take with us or
Oh fuck no.
okay.
So before we go on to this next part, during those 2 days, is there anything you guys would like to do? Some RP, some anything? You have I would say you probably guys probably got like 12 hours of walking, 4 hours of downtime, and then a long rest each day.
would I
Just my
be able to
prayer.
help us? Sorry. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was going to say just prayers for me. Go ahead.
Okay, I was gonna say, because we're in the mountains, right?
Yeah, you're in tunnels under the mountains or through mountains. Yeah, but yeah.
Would I be able to like help cut our time down maybe because this is my favorite terrain?
Is that what favorite terrain does for you?
I mean,
I mean, it's yours, but it's not really theirs, right?
no, but like I could lead. Um,
I mean, honestly, that trek probably should have taken you guys 4 days. I mean, that's you guys had to get through like 6 mountains, 7 mountains, just to get to the to the outside world, right? So I would say like 2 days was kind of generous.
fair enough. Fair enough. I was just trying to see if I could get us there faster. That's all.
I know you were.
I'm pretty much gonna ask them to like bring me up to date with their travels up to this point. Like we don't have to do that now, but for future reference.
So what will happen is I will say you have had that conversation over the 2 days. However, I'm waiting on Bishop to finish giving me his fucking notes so that I can put them into the Discord chat. Like if you look up in the Discord chat, the Lost Mines recap has like notes upon notes upon notes about what has happened. Wildemount does not at this point. I'm waiting for Bishop to give me his notes because he's got shit like written out like crazy so that I can actually do that exact thing.
Okay, perfect.
So I'll say you definitely have learned some shit about what's been going on. I just can't actually feed you that information right now.
Yeah, no worries. But I'm just saying, like for future, like.
Oh yeah, I know.
Reference. Yeah.
Yeah, once I put it up, I'll put it up in chat saying, hey, the notes are up, you guys can go read them. And then that will be your kind of rundown of what has happened.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna play fetch with Gus a lot of the time. I'm just like, kind of, yeah, he's my pet basically.
Alright, playing some fetch. I can dig it. Anything else during those days? Fetch, prayers?
I'd probably just be scribbling, uh, scribbling just some more papers, trying to decipher this, or kind of trying to recreate what I think is some type of like blood sucking device.
Are you trying to like create actual plans for it? Because if that's the case, I can have you roll some shit, see how well you're doing.
Yeah. I think that'd be cool.
Alright, so how I do shit like this is when you create plans, I will give you a certain number of successes. I will have you roll, and you have to keep track of how many times you have succeeded on your rolls and how close you are to figuring it out.
Okay, cool.
So I'm going to say, because this is actually vampires, um, it's going to be really difficult for you to do. I'm going to say 25 successes.
Okay.
I would say that over the course of, let's see, you were working on it in the other place, and you've been working on it on your travels. So, say I'll give you 12 rolls. DC intelligence, 16. So you can go ahead and roll
Okay.
12 intelligence checks.
After she does that, I'm gonna forage for some food on our way.
And you said the DC is 16, right?
Yes. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
Okay, I'll write that down.
Yeah, make sure you keep track of how many I said you need to, because I won't remember that later. And you're foraging for food and shit.
Yeah, does anybody have any skills for that?
Aravan, I'd say you found some some plant life, some lichen and moss, that kind of stuff.
Sweet.
You're in a mountain, so I mean, if you're willing to eat spiders and insects and whatnot, you definitely found some protein as well.
I mean, this is like I said, my favorite terrain. So
So then I guess you found some shit, my guy.
got lunch for all of us.
Connie's gonna look over at him. She's gonna say, "Sharing is caring."
Yeah. It's like some snails, and bugs. Yeah.
That's fine with her. She
Moss.
like, yeah, picks them.
God, y'all some weird motherfuckers.
I mean, they're adventurers. They survive off what they have, and I don't have any rations. So.
It's escargot.
Yeah.
I think I might actually have some rations.
I lied. I do have rations, but
Oh,
I'm just eating
true
bugs for fun.
yeah. Hey, this builds character. I mean, you know.
Alright, so after 2 days of travel, you come to a stone bridge of dwarven design. However, this bridge is a gruesome scene. Many orc bodies lie in pools of blood, and the blood is still wet. This happened recently. As you get closer, you notice their tiny hides. Or, sorry, notice tiny bodies among the mess. These are definitely not orcs. They are only about a foot tall and clad in tiny, shiny plate armor. Oh, sorry, I guess I should have done this though.
A foot tall. That's so tiny. That's tinier than me.
Uh-huh.
Can I do an investigation check?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I help her?
Sure. So since Aravan is helping, Connie, you get advantage on your nature check.
Yeah.
18.
You feel like these might not be of this particular plane of existence. They're small creatures, almost sprite-like. You're not really sure what they are. You haven't done much research on the subject. But you feel like these are definitely from another plane of existence.
Do they have any like a magical essence or?
There's a little something there.
Is it more like them themselves or kind of the armor that they're wearing?
Them themselves.
Are they a race that I could have possibly come across already since I come from such a huge metropolitan city?
No.
Ooh, okay.
I'm not an expert, but do these things look like Fey-like in any way?
Give me an investigation check.
Sweet. 17. I don't have advantage. I just forgot to toggle it.
They remind you of some sort of sprite. And you know sprites are usually from Fey origins.
I'll inform the rest of the group if they're interested.
So
Most
so
likely,
just to like clarify, we're in this area with a bunch of scattered orc and sprite bodies essentially.
Yes. However, as you guys have been investigating, you realize that one of them is not dead.
I run up to it. Does it look wounded? And does it look like it's gonna attack or anything?
As you run up to it, it looks hurt as fuck. Like you don't even know how it's alive.
Can I lay on hands it?
Well, as you guys get close, it kind of raises its head. And it says, before it raises its head, it hears footsteps near it. And it says, "Go ahead, you fucking pig face. Finish it." And then suddenly he lifts his head after nobody killed it. And it looks up to see things that are not orcs. It says, I'm sorry. If ye be kind, then lend a hand. If ye be unkind, then be on your way and leave me to die."
I hand over my water skin for for the sprite to get a drink.
It kind of looks at you as you like holding out this water skin, and it's like, that thing weighs more than me. What do you expect me to do with that?
My own hands. Heal him.
So as you do so, you also pull the spear out of its arm, or sorry, the arrow. And as you're doing this, you realize that because of his size, this arrow did the type of damage you would expect almost a giant spear to do to you.
Like
So
a ballista
you
bolt.
pull it out and blood spurts and he kind of cries out and you immediately put your hand on him and the glowing light comes from under your hand and it heals his wound.
Since he can't pick up the water skin, I'm gonna bottle feed him pretty much.
Okay. He kind of sits up and he takes a sip. Well, takes a few gulps, but to you it would be a sip, if that. And he says, "Thank you kindly."
I ask him what happened here.
He says, my group and I, we were just trying to find a way back to the Feywilds, and these orcs started chasing us. They apparently think that we are pixies or fairies or something, and thought that we could grant wishes or some shit if they caught us.
Insight check.
Now, what are you, by the way? Not to be so forward.
First off, whoever said insight check can do an insight check for me.
Wow, I'm rolling so shit.
Beautiful.
And you believe he's telling the truth.
Okay.
As for you, Mike, he looks up at you and he says, "I am simply a soldier sprite of the Feywild. That is all I am. I am nothing significant. There's millions of us."
Fair enough. I figured you were some kind of Feywild creature.
He says,
Just had to know.
"We were actually traveling in the opposite direction across the Rhine Plains, but these orcs spotted us and chased us in here, and they caught up to us, and there was nothing we could do but fight."
Well, you survived, so there's that.
He's like, only thanks to you. I surely would have bled out before too long."
I mean, I didn't do anything. That was them.
Happy to be helpful.
So where are you gonna head now?
Back to the area I was aiming for, the southeast of the Rhine Plains. Maybe, if you're heading that direction, could use some traveling companions.
I don't know what direction we're headed.
Bishop, are we heading in that direction?
I believe that the way the group voted was yes.
Excellent. We shall travel with you.
Yeah, I put up a vote a while back. I took a screenshot of the map and drew two different ways. And I said vote this way or this way, and almost unanimously everybody voted to go here. Actually, I'll show you here. So everybody voted to go in this direction. Royals. One thing Bishop would have told you is that the group they were hunting, they heard that the group was heading towards Boroftkra. So the way the group you guys voted in the group chat was this way. The other way would have taken you across the mountains outside, and it would have been around the mountains and then towards that direction. So everybody voted for the first line, which goes Uthadern to Euralis to Boroth Kra.
Sounds good.
Okay, cool.
I'll move you guys back to the other map. He says, I'm not, I don't wish to visit the Orc town, as I'm sure you could understand, but I'm headed in that general direction to start with. Might you be going that way?
Oh, yes, we are headed that way.
Excellent. Would you mind a traveling companion?
You are more than welcome to join us.
Thank you. At this time, it is getting late in the evening. From where you are, about another 100 feet to the, well, what is on this map north, you can see that there's an exit and it's getting dark outside. Bishop says maybe we should put up camp here and perhaps go for a head out into the Rime Plains tomorrow, bright and early. It's cold out there to begin with, but at night it's deadly temperatures.
Fair enough.
Sounds logical.
Yeah, that works for me. We can set up camp.
Alright, so you guys get a long rest. I would like everybody to give me their passive perceptions, please.
18.
Oh god, 12.
Do me a favor, type them into chat for me.
I only need 4 hours worth of meditation. So, if that factors in at all.
It might. When are you taking it?
I don't know. I'd probably stay up for watch for a while, and then maybe do the last 4 hours.
Okay. So,
How long do we expect to be traveling with the sprite? Oh, did we ask him its name?
no, nobody did.
Okay, I'll ask him.
Fuck, I didn't even think of a name for it. It says its name is Bill Quick.
Bill Quick? Okay, cool. Connie asks him if he's faster than the rest of his race.
I would say I'm about average with the rest of us.
Disappointing.
Says I bet I'm quicker than you, short stuff.
I'll race you.
Sure, first thing tomorrow morning.
Well, then get a good amount of sleep. You'll need it.
Holy shit.
Oh, damn it. He's fast, isn't he?
You have no fucking idea. So,
Does he walk around or does he fly?
Oh, he walks. I mean, he doesn't necessarily walk. So, sleight of hand. Connie, your passive perception is 12.
Yeah.
Aravan, yours is an 18, and Ina, you are 10. Oh, I should do bishops. Sorry, give me one sec.
Yep.
What is bishops? Oh man, this is gonna be interesting. I was hoping you guys would be fucking kind to this creature. Oh, this is gonna be so awesome. And let's see if he succeeds again. Holy shit, did he ever? Okay. So you guys wake. I need you guys to take a list of everything that was in your bag of holding.
Oh God.
And I need you to put it in your bio in case you get your items back.
Everything.
Everything that was in your bag of holding.
I'm assuming that's just everything in our equipment.
Anything you're not wearing. I would assume because it's cold, you guys are wearing, you know, your clothes, probably wearing your armor to try and keep extra warm. Just so you guys know, the sleight of hands he rolled was a 14 against Connie. No, sorry, 15 against Connie, my bad. A 27 against Aravan. A
What?
28 against Ina. That was a crit, by the way. But I don't do crit skills. But it was a nat 20. And a 26 against Bishop.
And he's gone, right?
You guys wake up. And keep in mind, right now, your characters do not know that they have lost all the shit they had.
Well, I mean, our bag of holdings are gone, are they not?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
He went into the bag holding and like took
Bag of
things and
holdings
didn't-
are like 30 pounds.
Oh shit.
15,
So-
How am I
15
carrying a
pounds.
bag of holding?
Sorry, 15 pounds. But either way, I don't know if you guys know this, but all you have to do is turn the thing inside out, and everything that was in it comes out.
Okay.
So
I mean,
he didn't
okay.
actually have to steal it.
I
Is
mean,
there
he would have like flipped it up, and everything inside would have just clattered out onto the ground, though. Beside us all.
Oh, it's cute that you think he didn't have a way of doing it silently. It did
I'm
not.
just
It did
saying,
not
like-
hit the ground.
I mean, but really, I didn't have anything to be honest.
Yeah. How about
Okay.
those poisons?
That was it.
Oh, really? That it?
That's literally it, because I have the equipment, which holds all my weapons and arrows.
How much
and
gold you got?
Like 640.
Yeah.
So
No,
it's like
now you don't.
Yeah, but it wasn't a lot. I
Wait,
can make
all
that.
our gold is gone too?
Yep. Because you guys have enough gold, it would be impossible to carry it without it being in your bag of holding. I'll say that maybe you guys had a pouch that each of you had a pouch that could maybe hold like 30 gold in it, but the rest of it would be in your bag of holding.
Is there an easy way? Can I do I just like uncheck my items instead of just moving them all into the bio?
Well, I mean, I would maybe even just put it down on a piece of paper for now or something. Just because, I mean, if you uncheck them, like, there's no way to uncheck the fact that you have them. So as long as they're still sitting in your equipment, you might forget that you don't have them. And I might forget that when you go to use that thing that you don't have them.
Okay, because when I uncheck them, they kind of go like gray instead.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, yeah. Okay, I didn't know that was how that worked. So yeah, that's...
Yeah, it's just easier, I think.
So I don't have a bag of holding. I have just a regular backpack.
You should have a bag of holding. I gave you one.
Nope, I took a magic item instead.
No, you get 2 magic items, and everybody who joins my game gets a bag of holding. Because
Oh, it just
I do not want to have players or myself keep track of fucking encumberment and shit, because that's a pain in the ball sack.
oh, okay. 'Cause it just says backpack, so I just labeled it wrong.
Oh, I thought I put one in your sheet. Did I not? I should have. If not, then put that in your sheet and then
Yep.
withdraw everything you would have had in it. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping that somebody was gonna catch him in the act, so I had a better explanation on how he did it silently.
Does someone have like high survival? Maybe we can track him.
I mean, you're welcome to try, but
Anybody else? I'm at -1.
I have a +3.
Aravan, I guarantee will have some decent survival, but he's AFK at the moment.
Damn it. Damn it, and that shitty insight check.
Yeah, you know what the best part is? He barely beat you. He rolled a 13 on deception. He also didn't give you his real name.
Damn it.
So
But you didn't decide to insight check that.
God damn it. Who lies about their name?
Fae do. Names are a very powerful thing in the Fae community.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That's okay, you wouldn't have known that anyways. And if you did use that information, it would have been metagaming.
True.
Alright, so now that you guys have lost a lot of important shit,
Sorry, do we set our goal? We set our goal to 0 too, right?
I'll say you each have 30 gold. Because I would assume that you guys would have a fucking, like, coin pouch that you would want to use for easy access instead of being like, you know, when you go to buy fucking pittance, like, oh, here's fucking, you know, pulling everything out of your bag of holding, right? Oh yeah, I guess I gotta go into bishops and change that on him too. Let's see, what's he got?
So this little bastard leave any tracks behind?
We were saying if you have a really high survival check, if we could maybe try and track him.
You can try.
I mean, I'm alright, but we'll see.
Well, it's better than my -1.
Fair.
I have +3, but
Yeah, I'm sitting on an 8, so
Can we assist?
Yeah, he hasn't rolled yet, so why not?
Or actually, like, I can either assist or I can give you Flash of Genius, which will add my intelligence modifier, which is +5 to your roll.
Technically, you can do both.
Oh, true.
Okay.
Does that mean I can assist? I can do Flash of Genius, like both at
You
like
can do
the same
Flash of
time?
Genius and give him an advantage.
Oh,
Sick.
interesting.
Maybe we should do that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
we'll
it's
do
it's
that.
up to you.
Yeah.
15 plus 5.
Alright, hold on a sec. I'm just changing bishop's shit here. If you have, like, fucking silver as well, you can leave that. I'll say you kept that in your coin pouch as well. But any gold, electrum if you have it, or platinum is gone. Mine, except for the 30 gold.
So that means it's 19 plus 5, 24 for the survival check, because advantage
Yep.
+5.
Yeah. Yes, yes, yes.
Holy fuck, man. Bishop was hoarding gold.
Yeah. Well, we haven't really had a chance to buy anything.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you guys did, but you kind of fucking blew that in Uthadurn twice now.
Wait, does that mean I lost the magic items I have infused? Like all my magic items are gone too?
If they're not equipped, yes.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
So I would probably say your bands, those would definitely be gone. But I would assume
Okay.
that a lot of the shit you had would probably
Everything
be equipped.
everything that would have been an infusion, if he stole it, I am uninfusing it.
The way infusions work, you actually can't uninfuse it until you infuse something new.
Okay.
So, like, when you infuse a new item, the first thing you infused is no longer infused.
Okay, I see.
What did you have in your bag of holding that you didn't have equipped?
I had those bands. Hold on, let me take a look at the rest of my magic. I had a medallion, but that I was definitely wearing. Glasses, the Eyes of Charming, I'm wearing. They're part of my outfit. He probably would have taken the sending stones and the bands.
Yeah, sending stones and bands would make sense why they'd be in there.
really all he got out of my bag were those poisons that were in. Everything else was just mundane adventuring gear. Like,
Well, I mean,
and I
you have
mean
a
some gold.
backpack, right? So, like, your explorer's pack, I would assume all that stuff would be in your backpack.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so. Oh, I'm so glad that worked out. I mean, I feel bad for you guys, but maybe you'll get it back soon. We'll see how
Yeah, well,
the next
how-
session works out.
what's my 24 get us for a survival checked?
24.
Good.
You find. Hold on a sec. Let me switch. Switch you guys here.
Did I lose my papers, like with my designs?
Were they in your bag of holding?
I don't know. Like, I don't have a book. I feel like that's something.
I mean, is that something you would put in your backpack, or would you put that in your bag of holding?
I don't think I'd put it in my bag of holding. I feel like that's a backpack thing because she like takes it in and out and like scribbles on it on the way.
I would allow that. Alright, so. Everybody wakes up to have their bag of holding empty. However, you guys remember, you guys don't know it's empty. You won't know that the shit you had isn't in there until the next time you reach in to look for it. So as you guys,
Okay, so we just noticed that this guy's gone.
yes, that's all you guys know for sure right now. As you guys exit and start looking for tracks, it's snowing, but you can still see some tracks as they exit the cave. But they get to about here, and then they disappear, and the feet seem to be aimed off this little cliff here.
So are these the tracks that we're following with the survival check?
Yeah.
So sorry, they disappear going upwards or downwards on the thing.
They went from where you guys are. Went this way. And then they got to the edge of the cliff, and then they're gone. However, you can notice, or Arafan can notice, that this tree here looks like something jumped into it. And possibly something jumped out the other side of the tree. And then it jumped to here. And then it jumped to here. Where it went from there, though, you can't tell.
Wonderful.
I mean, at this point, we don't know our stuff is missing, so I can't think of a reason for us to aggressively search for this creature.
No, that's why I'm not pushing.
So what would you guys like to do?
I mean, continue on our way, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. Wait, what is that thing on the map in the center of the map? That token.
Are you guys heading down that way? Like, are you guys following the trail?
Well, uh, I don't know. The Bishop would know this area better than us. In all honesty, like, I've never been here, so.
Bishop hasn't either. All you guys know is that I think you guys had somebody had a map. I'll say Bishop had the map. So he pulls out the map. And since you're better at survival, you and him are looking at it. Or he at least shows it to you, whether you want to look at it or not, it's up to you.
Yeah.
He points out where Uthadern is. And then he points out, I think this is where we exit, roughly around here. And he says, we need to go that direction. And he points a certain way. He's like, there's a town there. We're going to need provisions and whatnot. So maybe we should stop there and see what's there.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess we kind of don't have a choice, do we? Except for to follow the path.
I mean, at the moment, yeah.
So yeah.
So as you guys round the corner down here, first you notice that there is what looks to be an old campsite, few days old. It's got a stiff covering of snow on it, but not really bad. It is freezing cold out. There's still ashes buried by the snow, and it looks like 3 logs set around the fire, probably used for sitting on, warming by the fire. Bishop kind of moves down, keeps going, and then
Is it? Oh, sorry.
he calls out to the group and says, "There's another orc body down here."
Can we investigate like the fire to see how long that it's been out for?
Yeah, and I want to check to see how old this body is.
The campfire is probably about, given the weather and whatnot, it's somewhere between 3 and 5 days old. This body was probably killed not long before the ones inside that tunnel were. Oh, that was something I forgot. Sorry, guys. When you guys wake up, you guys notice all of the Fey bodies are gone as well. There's not even any blood where they were.
Are the orc bodies still there?
The orc bodies are still there.
Wow, is it like straight up a setup?
You want to insight check it?
What am I insight checking?
Just roll me an insight check, and I'll tell you what you kind of came to mind, if anything.
Okay.
You realize that even if he had somehow taken the bodies, the blood would still be there. And it pops into your mind.
It's an illusion.
Fays are tricky as fuck. The orc bodies are still there, though. So what pops into your mind is, fuck, was he really strong enough to kill all those orcs on his own?
Oh god.
Yeah, I'm having fun. I hope you guys are having fun too, but I'm having lots of fun.
Trying to think. Okay, well, I share that insight with the rest of the group. Maybe.
Yeah, I shouldn't have healed him after all.
Probably shoulda.
Wait, sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
Maybe I shouldn't have healed him.
Well,
Yeah, we had no way of knowing.
And at this point, the only thing you guys know is that it seems like he might have used an illusion on you.
I mean, I'm gonna check my stuff just in case. Illusion. Dude bailed. I mean, I'm a thief. Like, that's
Yeah.
some shit that I would do. Like, so yeah, I'm gonna check my bags.
Yeah, what are you going to try to pull out of your bag of holding?
Just whatever. My rations,
You find
whatever.
nothing.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna be like, yeah, you should check your stuff.
Yeah, I turned my bag of holding inside out.
Mine is empty as well.
Yep. Do you have
Bishop's
anything
like,
important in there?
no, my booze!
Uh,
Guys, we need to find town.
well, yeah. I lost a bunch of poison.
Fuck your poison, I want my booze back!
I mean, technically, booze is poison, but
Shut your damn mouth, it's lifeblood.
I mean, just saying. Just saying. All right, well,
Are we like a days away from the closest town according to Bishop's map?
It looks like you guys, it's not, if you follow this river a little bit south, I guess southwest, and then cross the river, the town is right on the edge. Probably about 12 hours.
Can we check? We should check to see if the tracks that are going southward, like if they lead to the town, like if they're on our way, if they continue going southward.
I mean, the last
You guys noticed that the last tree he went into, you can't seem to find an exit and there's no tracks around it.
Maybe we should shake the tree.
I think that's too obvious. Maybe he's watching us. Can I do a perception check?
Sure.
Oh my god.
You see snow. There's lots of snow. Snow is falling from the sky. Snow is on the ground. Snow is on the trees.
Oh, okay, I see nothing. Okay, well, I tell them I see nothing. Maybe we need to. Maybe this is another trap.
I mean, it could be that he just left the tree and flew away.
If he has a magical essence. Wait, he can fly. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, he might be able to.
When
I mean,
he
there's
was
magic
walking.
for that.
Give me a history check real quick. See what
Me?
you remember. Anybody that wants to see if he maybe flew away.
I'll do a history check because I think I have advantage on history checks when it comes to magic. Magic items, alchemical objects, or technological devices. This doesn't.
I don't know.
Nope. It
No.
is.
Damn it. This has to be objects. I'll do a history check. I have +8 anyways.
God damn. So,
Still rolling like garbage tonight.
what? Yeah, kind of. It's alright. You should see a player in the other game. I actually feel really bad for her. She's got decent plus to hit, and yet half the time she rolls a total of 10. She almost hits nothing. I feel bad for her.
That was like last session for me.
So, what Irvan is like, I don't remember seeing any wings. You're smart. You're like, what pops into your head is, I don't remember him having wings, but he did trick us with all those fey bodies. Huh. You have no idea if he has wings or not. You definitely didn't see any, though.
I am going to send in Gus to skitter up the tree.
Sure.
How do I do this? Okay, so technically I can channel magic with him. So I don't know if there's anything I can do.
I just need some mix real quick. So you think about what you're doing. I'll be back in like 30 seconds.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe we should just do this the old-fashioned way. I take my hammer, it meets the trunk, and we see what falls out.
The thing
I
is,
mean,
he said that what if that one sprite is the one that slaughtered a whole army of orcs?
Maybe we just want to talk.
I mean, it also could be something else slayed all those orcs and left them there, and he just took advantage of the situation. Or it couldn't have. It could have just been an accumulative thing where he just slayed a few orcs here and there, and they just built up. You know.
Yeah, I think you're right. We're probably dealing with more of a trickster than like a
Yeah.
brute, forceful type creature.
I mean, from what I know of fey creatures, they're typically tricky creatures. So,
Mhm.
I mean, I'm not too upset. Really, I didn't lose much. I lost some gold, but I can always make that up.
Yeah.
I didn't lose anything important, like, well, 2,000 gold, but like, other than that, everything else was on me.
Yeah, you know,
I'm gonna
like
set up. I think I'm gonna set up a snare under the tree.
I
It's a
was just gonna
spell.
investigate the tree because if it doesn't look like he left the tree, you know, I mean, he was only like a foot tall.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, there might be like some sort of, you know, entrance to a burrow or, you know, maybe the tree's hollowed out in some area. Who knows? You know,
I wonder if that zone of truth would now come in handy. Like, there can't be any deception within, like, what, 15 feet of me?
Oh, damn, we could have done that. I didn't
Well,
even
we didn't
cross
know
my
this,
mind.
right?
yeah, well,
No, but if we meet him again, I can use it.
oh, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so what are we gonna do? Are we just gonna investigate the tree, or?
I don't
I
have
mean,
any good perception or anything, so
I mean, my perception or my investigation. I was just curious. We could just cut it down, like,
Do
you know.
I do have an axe.
That's true.
I mean, I also think that you sending your little friend there might be a good idea, too. So,
He can skitter up and report back.
yeah, because I mean, if he's not in the tree, then he might be inside the tree, but there's a good chance he's probably not.
Y'all made a decision yet or what?
What if it's a trap? What if he's in another tree and he covered his tracks?
Well, so just send your little, what is it, is a rat?
Yeah. I'm gonna send Gus over, and instead of like flying like a propeller, he's just gonna like skitter like a normal rat. And I'm gonna have him do a perception check. He has +6 to perception.
Sure.
Maybe the good old-fashioned method works better.
I mean, you're welcome to smash it down.
Okay, I'm
Before
gonna.
she does, oh, okay.
So no, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say before she does, can I like check this tree out, like see if it's like hollow or anything like that?
Sure. It's not.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I think we're not on to anything, but
Dude, I'm loving this. I'm sorry, guys, but I am.
What if they were straight up like squirrel tracks?
I mean, honestly, I'm good to cut my losses and just continue on.
Yeah,
I'm just bitter. I'm gonna magic missile the tree.
do
I'm gonna
it.
get the fuck away from the tree then.
Three
You
magic missiles.
crack, crunch, snap. Half the tree falls over. Do you know what skitters out?
A fucking squirrel.
Nothing.
Well, I figured we weren't on to anything.
All right, we'll move on.
Hey, do you guys remember in chat a while ago I asked if anybody had played Golden Axe?
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You remember how, like, mid-level, these little fucking trolls would run around with big backpacks and you beat the shit out of them, you get potions and shit from them? That's where I got the idea.
No. I haven't played that game in eons.
Oh, bro. Dude, yeah, but I mean, that was one of my favorite childhood games, bro. But yeah, that's where I got the idea. I just twisted it a little bit. So, you guys have probably spent about an hour trying to figure this shit out by now.
I've got nothing but time.
You guys, um, after about 12 hours, you guys find a safe spot to cross the river. And you find the village. I know in the picture there's lights on and there's a fire in the center of town, but pretend there's not. The fire was burnt out long, long ago, and the lights are not on. This town looks abandoned. But it also looks of dwarven and elven construction combined.
If everything's pretty much abandoned as we're walking through town, I'm gathering like scraps to be able to put some, like, tinker some stuff together.
I shade away into the foliage.
This town, although it is of dwarven and elven construction, it is very old. Not quite. I wouldn't say ancient, but it's old. This place has quite obviously doors been kicked in. Shit's been raided. Um, Nothing is really in ruins because there was no fight here. It was just simply abandoned. Um, but there's not much to find. It's not much to gather, especially for tinker stuff. It is the people who lived here, probably from Uthadern, but this has been abandoned for about 150 years, at least. So people have come in and pretty much scavenged everything that they could possibly find from this, short of, the windows and shit like that. Most of the doors are open, some are busted, kicked in, but a lot of them are just, looks like they had been left unlocked and whoever raided the place looking for stuff, just open doors, unlocked.
Could we like pick one of the safest looking buildings to kind of set ourselves up to camp for the night, like lock the doors, kind of like secure an area.
Yeah, for sure. You guys want to like gather some wood to make sure you don't freeze to death in the night? You can definitely find scrap wood, that kind of stuff. Just not really, you know.
Yeah, any type of like dry pieces of wood that we could put together and huddle around.
Yeah, you guys can definitely find wood and light a fire in one of these houses. Sleep for the night.
Dope. I think we should take the one on the hill, personally.
Yeah, that's fine. The upper left. Yeah. That works for me. High ground.
Yeah. Always have the high ground.
There is one building you notice though. It's getting dark. You might not want to check it out tonight, but you do notice one. This seems barred up pretty heavily. It has been pretty much untouched, and although everything else in the village looks old and abandoned, there is one building that definitely looks abandoned, but it looks like it's still in pristine condition. It's this one here.
Is there a light coming from it?
There's not.
Can I stealth around it?
Sure. You want to investigate it?
Yeah.
It seems to be some sort of almost like a church.
11.
The front door is barred shut,
Yeah.
but you feel like this might be there. In fact, on the door there is emblazoned on it a symbol of a god. Would you like to do a religion check?
I would. Can I?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, I actually did an okay religion check.
Ina, to you, this is definitely a dwarven god. The symbol looks familiar. Can't quite put your finger on it. Aravan, you've seen this before. Symbol of Moradin.
Okay. I'll share. But I think we should not go in here yet.
Is that God? Do we know the alignment based on that religion check?
Most of the dwarven gods are either good or neutral. None of them are really evil, because dwarven are one of the goodly races.
So are these buildings like dwarf height or elf?
Both. It seems like it's dwarven architecture, but the the doorways are definitely big enough that they could also house elves.
Okay. I dibs the master bedroom.
All right. With that, it is midnight. So, it is up to you guys if you wish to continue, or if you guys are good for the night and we pick this up next time.
I definitely can't continue.
Yeah, if she can't continue.
Yeah, if one person can't continue tonight, I'm not running fucking two people's characters while only two players are here. So
Definitely.
I've had much enough of running other people's characters tonight.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah,
I'm going to stop here too.
All right, so I will find out on Monday, late afternoon, whether I have to go back to work or not. So I will let you guys know. If I don't, I will probably be off for at least another month, which means we will definitely have another game before I have to go back to work and figure out a schedule. So, with that, uh, thanks for coming out tonight, guys. Twitch, if I don't know if I had any viewers or not, but by all means, stop by again. Good night, Twitch.